Hello and very good morning, students of class 7:30 and class 7C. I hope you all are well. My dear student, yesterday we have discussed exercise 1.2, which is given on page number 12 and 13. My dear student, I was discussed up to question number 11, and I also send you the PDF. So I hope you have seen the PDF, and if you find any difficulty to understand any concept, please let me know. So my dear students, let's start from question number 12. Question number 12 in the book says that, just wait for a second. I'm just going to share you the book. Just wait for a second. Says that verify and name the property used. Okay, so we have to identify the which property is going to use now. So my dear student, I am just going to discuss few of the multiplicative properties that we have to understand. Okay, so my dear student, there are few properties which I believe that you have to understand these properties. So my dear student, the first property is the closure property. Closure property. The first property of multiplication is closure property. This property shows that this first property is the closure property. Closure property. Property. So my dear students, what is this property? What is this property says? This property says that if two integers are multiplied, if two integers are multiplied, so the result will be an integer. इसके हिसाब से बच्चों अगर दो इंटीजर्स को मल्टीप्लाई किया जाए तो प्रोडक्ट फाइनल रिजल्ट भी हमें क्या मिलेगा, इंटीजर ही मिलेगा. सपोज एक इंटीजर है -5, अगर उसको मल्टीप्लाई करते हैं -2 का, तो आपको पता है 5 × 2 होता है 10 और माइनस माइनस हो जाता है +10. तो माय डियर स्टूडेंट 5 भी एक इंटीजर है, 2 भी एक इंटीजर है. जब दोनों को मैंने वो मल्टीप्लाई किया तो मुझे आंसर मिला 10 +10. सो 10 भी एक इंटीजर है. तो ये एक एग्जांपल है क्लोजर प्रॉपर्टी का. अगर दो इंटीजर्स को मल्टीप्लाई करें, तीसरा नंबर जो मिलेगा यानी आउटपुट जो मिलेगा वो भी एक इंटीजर ही होगा. दिस इज कॉल्ड क्लोजर प्रॉपर्टी. सेकेंड इज कम्यूटेटिव प्रॉपर्टी. Commutative property. What did this property say? Commutative property क्या कहती है my dear students? According to this commutative property, if have multiplied a into b, if we change the order of the multiplication, the result will be the same. I think I have discussed this property earlier in the class. So when I multiply a into b, or we have to multiply b into a, the result will be the same. The result will be the same. I'll just give you one example. Suppose if I multiply -2 into 3, or if I multiply 3 into -2, in both the cases the result will be the same, that is -6. So my dear students, you can easily understand that if you change the order, whether we have to multiply -2 into 3 or if I multiply 3 into -2, the result will be the same. This property is called commutative property. This property is called commutative property. My dear student, I hope you get this point. Now the next point is, what is next property is associative property. Associative property. The name is associative what did this property say? According to this associative property, if we multiply with this property basically based on priority based. According to this, my dear students, there are three numbers A, B, C. If I multiply B into C first, then I multiply A, and in left side, if I multiply A into B first, and then after multiply C, the result will be the same. So my dear students, suppose we have two numbers. We take two numbers, 2 into 3 into 4, or again we have to take the same numbers where A is values 2, B's values 3, and C values 3, and the same thing is that multiply 2 into 3 multiply by 4. So my dear students, you can see that in the in left hand side, you can see that we have the bracket is given. So we have to firstly solve this bracket. So the 2 is written in the same way as it is written, and we can write 2 into 3, 3 into 4 multiply first. So 3 into 4 will become 12, and after that we have to multiply 2 into 12. This will become 24. This is how we have to multiply the number. This is called associative property. In the same way, once we multiply in the right hand side, you can see that 2 into 3 multiply first, because the bracket is given to 2 into 3 will become 6, and then after we will multiply by 4. After that we have to multiply 6 into 4, which will become 6 4 ja 24, and the answer will be same. So you can see that LHS equals to RHS. LHS equals to RHS. Left hand side is equals to right hand side, RHS. So you can see that if we multiply the numbers in any order, the result will be the same. Okay, we have to solve the bracket first. The property is called associative property. The fourth is distributive property. Distributive property. What did this property say? This property said that if we multiplied the number in that order, A multiplied by B plus C. So we know that what will be the answer? We will get A into B plus A into C. I hope we have discussed this property. That means that if A is multiplied with A is a common number between B and C, so we have to expand this number. So the answer will be like A into B plus A into C. Let's see the example. Suppose 2 is multiplied by 3 plus means 3 plus 4. You can see that what will be the answer? The expansion will be the same. So you can see that what will happen in right side. That means 2 into 3 plus 4 will become 7, and 2 into 7 will become 14. This is what the distributive property. And in left side, one we have to multiply 2 into 3 plus 2 into 4. My dear students, after that you can see 2 into 3 will become 6, and this 2 into 4 will become 8. So my dear students, you can see that this is called 6 plus 8 will become 14. So my dear student, you can easily see that left hand side is equal to right hand side. This property is called distributive property, where A is common between B plus C. So we have to expand it. This will become A into B plus A into C. This is what the property is all about, distributive property. So now my dear student, we have to multiply by multiplicative identity. This is fifth property, multiplicative identity. So my dear student, we have to understand what is multiplicative identity. The fifth property is the multiplicative identity. So multiplicative identity means according to this property, my dear student, once we multiply a with 1 with any number. Suppose we multiply a with 1, the answer will be a. Or if I multiply 1 into a, the answer will be a. So this is how we have to solve this problem. This property is called multiplicative identity. So this is where 1 is considered as a multiplicative identity. My dear student, 1 is the multiplicative identity. 1 is the multiplicative Okay, my dear student, the last property is the multiplication by 0. As I told you that once we multiply any number with 0, suppose I multiply a with 0, the answer will be the 0. Similarly, if multiply 25 or 23 into 0, so the answer will be 0. Once we multiply any number with 0, the result will be the 0. My dear student, these are the 6 properties. I hope you have to make the screenshot of this, or you have to write down these properties on any notebook or your assignment notebook. So it will help you to understand this chapter well. So my dear students, let's move on to the exercise. Exercise 1.2, question number 12, which says that verify the following properties. Okay. Question number 12 says that verify the following properties. I'm just going to share you the doc. I hope you see the doc. Question number 12 says that verify the following property, the name of the property. Verify the following and name the property. So we have to verify this property by the name of this property. Okay, let's move on. First is suppose I multiplied minus 68 into minus 102. Then I have multiplied equals to minus 102 and then multiply with minus 68. So my dear students, you can easily identify that which property is used here. Firstly, we have to this where the order is changed. So the property that we are going to use is you can say that is called commutative property. The property is the commutative property, and the what is the we have to verify the number as well. So firstly, we have to take LHS. In LHS side, you can see there is minus 68 and there is minus 102. My dear student, you have to calculate yourself. I just give you time, so you just easily get the answer. So we have to multiply 102 with 68. So the answer will be 6936. 6936. Answer will be 6936. This is the answer. So and now let's take the right hand side. Let's take the right hand side. RHS. Now we multiply minus 102 with minus 68. And once we multiply these two numbers, we will get the same answer, that is 6936. My dear student, I hope you get this point very well. So this is called, you can say that this property is called commutative property, because where the order is not matter, so this property is called commutative property. Now my dear students, I'll just tell you one more very interesting way to multiply these two numbers if you are facing some issue to multiply this thing. So I'll just make the rough column. Here you make the rough column at the right hand side, and I tell you what the trick I have to use to multiply these numbers very quickly. Suppose there's written is 68 multiply with 102. My dear student, I have to break this 102 into two parts, that is 100 plus 2. So my dear student, if you can see that 100 is multiplied by, so this will become 168 and 68 into 2. So you will get 6800 plus 68 into 2. You can see that 6800 plus 'You can see that? Then what will be the answer? This will be a 6396. This is how we have to multiply this thing. Okay, this is the technique to multiply. You can do direct multiplication as well, no problem in this. Okay, now the next part is, which is also very easy. The next part says that minus 15 into 4 into 28. Similarly, what is the property? And in right hand side, it's given that minus, under the bracket, minus 15 multiply with 4 and then after we have to multiply with 28. As you can see that, my dear student, this property where we are using, we are distributing the, you can say that this property is called associative property, because this according to this property, when we have to multiply A into under the bracket B into C, or you can say that under the bracket A into B multiplied by C. This is how we have to use this property. So now you can easily calculate this thing very well. First of all, we have to take LHS. So this property is associative property, and LHS we have to take 15 minus 15 minus 15 into 4 into 28. Now first we have to multiply 4 into 15, 4 into 28, sorry. So what will be the result? You have to calculate by your own. My dear students, you have to calculate by your own. you can know that what will be the result when we multiply 28 into 4. So you know that 4 8 is 32 and carry 2 of I mean 4 5 is 20, 4 8 is 32, carry 2, and 4 2 is 8, and 9 10. So this will be the 102. This is the 102. So what will happen now? We have to multiply 15 with 102. So you know that what will the result when we multiply 102. So I have a trick. You have to multiply by your own. I have used the rough work. You can see that I have to break. I have to multiply this 102 into 15. What we have to do now? We have to break this 100 plus 2 is 15, and you know that. And you know that 150 plus 30, which will become 180. My dear student, answer will be minus 180. Minus 180. And similarly, take the RHS side. Look at this RHS side. That it is same thing. What we have to do now? We have to, the given is minus 15 under the bracket is 4, then multiply by 28. What we have to do now? We have to multiply with this thing. That is 15 4, the 15 2s are 30, 15 40, 54 are 60. Result will be minus 60. First we multiply this. And then after we multiply 28. So you know that, my dear student, the result will be the same. I think there's some issue in this question. Actually I have wrongly multiplied in left hand side. 15 00. Sorry. 15 00, and this is 30. One 1530. Answer will be the 1530. This is not 180. This is 1530. Similarly, we have to multiply with 28 with 60. What will happen? Let's see. 60 multiply with 28. 28. You know that. What will the answer? So I'll just write multiply when 8 0. So let's do this. 15 multiplied with, 60 multiplied with 28. So you can see that what will happen when we multiplied 8 into 0, this will become 0. And again, when we multiplied 8 into 6, this will become 6 8 is 48. Similarly, make a cross here. And again, we have to multiply 2 with 0. This will become 0. And again, we have to multiply 2 into 6. This will become 12. You know that what we have to do? This will become 0. This will become 8. This will become 6. This will become 1. So the answer will be 1680. And now I think this was a problem in right hand side. I have to multiply this again. So I have to firstly multiply in right hand side. Let's see that what is the issue in this. Okay, there's an issue on right hand side. Some calculation issues there. My dear student, firstly I have to multiply 28 into 4. So in right hand side, it's 28 into 4. 28 into 4. Let's see what will happen. 28 into 4. 4 8 जा 34 8 जा 32 4 2 जा 8 9 10 11. I think there is an issue that there is a calculation mistake. This is 112. The answer is 112. So what will happen? This will become minus 15 into 112. Then we multiply minus 15 into 112. Fifteen 112 into 15. What we have to do? 5 to the 10. 5 1 5 plus 1 6 will become 5. And you have to multiply with this 1 again. So this will become 2 1 1. Now we have to add. You can see 0. You can see that 1 to multiply with this 2 1s are 2 1s are 2, and it will 1 multiply with 1, it will become 1, and it also give 1. Now we have to give add this number, so it will become 0. This will 5 6 plus 2 will become 8. 5 plus 1 becomes 6. This will become 1. So the answer will be the same. The answer is the same, 1680. You can see that 16 minus 1680. This is how we have to solve this thing. You can see that LHS equals to RHS equals to RHS, and which property we are using here? Associative property. Which property? Associative property. Associative property. So my dear student, this is how we have to solve this equation. Now let's move on. Question number C. You can see this question number C, D, E, F. We have to solve in the same way. Now let's move on to the words problem. Word problem says that question number 13 says that the cost of a shirt piece is 120 and cost of pant piece is 150. What is the cost of such pant and shirt pieces? तो बच्चों एक पैंट की कॉस्ट 120 रुपीज और एक शर्ट की आई मीन एक शर्ट की कॉस्ट 120 रुपीज है और पैंट की कॉस्ट 150 रुपीज है. तो ऐसे ही 8 पेयर्स की कॉस्ट क्या होगी? तो बहुत इजी निकालना है इसको माय डियर स्टूडेंट्स. इसके लिए लिखने का टेक्निक देखिएगा कैसे लिखते हैं, ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. ओके आप बाकी पार्ट 12 के आप खुद करिएगा, नहीं आता तो मुझसे पूछिएगा. ओके क्वेश्चन नंबर 13 का सेज दैट, मैं इसको डायरेक्ट सॉल्व करता हूं. कॉस्ट ऑफ वन पैंट या शर्ट इज इक्वल टू रुपीज 120 और कॉस्ट ऑफ वन पैंट इज इक्वल्स टू रुपीज 150. रुपीज 150. तो टोटल कॉस्ट ऑफ वन पेयर, कॉस्ट ऑफ वन पेयर of pant and shirt is rupees 120 plus rupees 150, which says that rupees 0.7 to 270. The total cost is rupees 270 of one pair. So my dear students, the cost of one pant shirt is, one pair of pant shirt is 270 rupees. Then the cost of such eight pairs, what we have to do? It's a very simple mathematics. We have to multiply this rupees 270 into 8. Now let's manually multiply all the things. So that the chances of error will reduce. So will 0. 0 multiplied by 8, 0. 7 5 is the 40. 7 5 is the 40. 8 5 is the 40. 8 is the 4. 8 7 is the 56. Become 6. And now 56 and 8 to the 16. Now I have to multiply. Okay, 56 and now 8 to the 16 plus 5, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21. So the cost of the 8 pair of pant shirt is rupees 2160. Let's check the answer first. I think this is the right answer. It says 1.2. 1.2. Yes, my dear student, this is the right answer. The cost of 8 pairs is 2,160 rupees. Now question number 14 says that, my dear students, let's see the book. As you can easily saw the question that says that the cost of a set of a book for class 7 is 865. Find the cost of 35 sets of book. This is very easy question. We have to multiply this. Cost of one set of book is rupees what? Is rupees 865. Now what we have to do? Cost of 35 such set of books क्या होगा? रुपीज 865 into 65 into 35. Now my dear student, you have to multiply with this thing by manually. 865 into 35. Let's see that. 865 into 35. Now let's see that. Firstly multiply this 5 into 5. 5 5 is 25 and carry 2 again. 5 6 is 30 plus 2 32. 32 and again 8 5 is 40 plus 3 43. Now let's make a cross sign and look 3 into 5 15. Carry 1 here. 3 5 is 50, 3 6 is 18 plus 1 19. And now 3 8 is 24 plus 1 25. Let's see what we have to do. We have to add. This will become 5. This will become 7. This will become 12. Carry 1. 4 plus 1 5 plus 1 10. This will become 3. You can see that answer is 3 1 10 100,000 10,000 30,275. Answer is 30,275. The answer is 30,200 rupees. 30,275. I hope you get the answer. Now, my dear student, let's move on to question number 15. That says that the cost of a bag of an apple is rupees 350. And what is the cost of 32 such bags? My dear student, एक बैग की कॉस्ट अगर 32 रुपीज 350 रुपीज है तो 32 बैग की कॉस्ट क्या होगी? हालांकि क्वेश्चन आप खुद कर सकते हैं पर फिर भी मैं कर देता हूं. कॉस्ट ऑफ वन बैग of apple is equals to rupees 350. Then cost of 32 such bags is equals to rupees 350 into 32. We have to multiply the number with 32. Just multiply the number 350 multiply with 32. Two multiply by 2, 5 will become 10. 2 2 is 2 3 is 6 plus 1 7. 0 into 3 will become 0. 3 5 the 15. 3 3 the 9 1 10. This will become 0. This will become 0. This will become 12. This will become 1. This will become 1. The answer is 1, 10, 100, 1000, 10,000, 11,200. The answer is 11,200. And 1, 1, 2, 0, 1, 10, 100, 1000, 10,000. This is the answer, my dear students. My dear student, last question you have to try by your own, and if you find any difficulty, please let me ask. Complete exercise 1.2 on your math notebook and submit me at the end of the day. Thank you, class.